Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Spiritual Dowsey. I'm Dowsey LeMay. Thanks for stopping by, spend some time with me wherever you are in the world. I really appreciate it. So today I'm going to be talking about money. I'm going to be talking about the idea of money, the concept, the energetics behind money, as well as how it's been limiting our lives and potentially a tool or so to help you kind of feel a little bit more abundant about your life around money. Before I begin, I always like to say that these are my truths and my experiences that have shaped my spiritual path and my healing path. They don't have to be yours, so use your own discernment and take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I will say though, but, it's a big but, remain open. Just because it doesn't resonate with you doesn't mean it's not a truth. It just means it doesn't fit in your paradigm, and maybe down the road when you have a different perspective, you can unpack it then and it might be beneficial at that point. So let's talk about money, right? I love money, and you should too, but maybe you should have an understanding of what it is and maybe how it's impacting you from an energetic standpoint, right? So I think before we started, we had something called the barter system, right? Here's 50 sheep and you have, a whole bunch of clothes that I would like to exchange for, and then we would exchange for it. And sometimes that wasn't the most efficient thing. So what a lot of people created was, or what we manifested into our reality as a collective, was the idea of money, right? Here it is a $50 bill. It's a fake $50 bill from my daughter's playroom, but nonetheless, it still kind of proves my point. This is a $50 bill. It's made of paper, just like your $50 bill that's real. And on top of your other $50 bill, you would maybe see the idea that says Federal Reserve note. A note is debt, okay? What you're basically holding on to and you have given your power away to is the idea that of a piece of paper that represents debt. So it's actually worthless. Worthless paper. And I want you to understand how much you have given your power away to the concept of worthless paper, right? Think about this. How much of your daily life is centered around worthless paper? How much joy have you foregone because you feared lack of worthless paper, right? How much what have you foregone in terms of just like things that you've wanted to do and you've been passionate about because you were fearful you weren't going to have enough, or you weren't going to make enough of this money or this paper? And to me, what I could tell you when I look at money and the concept about money and the energetics about money, money is a great emphasizer. It's a great emphasizer for the things that you were holding on to energetically. So in my previous videos, I talk about stepping into your power, I talk about the mirror effect, and I specifically talk about the law of attraction. And via the law of attraction, based on the things you're holding on to, we manifest money into our reality to help us reflect the experience which is needed to see about ourselves. So let's take an example, right? Let's say you're holding on to self-worth issues, okay? And in this self-worth issues, you say, I don't feel good enough, I'm not worthy. And in this state, you say you want to manifest a car, right? You want to go out and buy a car. Well, in this particular case, you're manifesting the idea that you're holding on to the belief that you are unworthy, and you want to manifest a car. But because of the universe and the law of attraction, what the universe is always going to bring to you via the law of attraction based on your frequency is any experience, whatever form it needs to be, to reflect the idea of unworthiness. So what happens is that you manifest into your life money, and this money comes into your life in some way, in some form, to provide you an experience that you feel unworthy. So you want to buy a car, but because you're holding on to unworthiness, you manifest money, or you manifest the lack of money to show you that you can't afford that car. You're not worthy to have that. You don't work in a job that allows you to afford a car. That, to me, is how the concept of money works. That's the exchange, or the energetic exchange of money, and how that's playing in your life. Let's take another concept, right? I work in the financial world, right? I work with a lot of people who have lots of money and people who have a very little amount of money. This does not equate to more joy, does not equate to more happiness, It does not equate to more passion, and it certainly does not equate to more fulfillment in one's life. What I have seen this do is just emphasize the things that they're holding on to. So, as another example, let's take the idea of lack, right? Lack of something. You believe you are lacking of said money. I know a lot of people with money. And in those people, a lot of those people have the idea of lack. So what they have is acquired a lot of this money, but because their concept and their belief is that they're going to be in a state of lack, they never get to enjoy their money. They save it. They're constantly worried about where that money is going, that they never really get to enjoy or be present with the idea of what that money is providing for them, or that they can use the money to enjoy their life, because they don't believe that they have enough. They believe that they are lacking. That's a huge issue for those for people with a lot of money. The same thing with the idea of saying, I feel lonely. So a lot of lonely people are wealthy and they manifest more wealth in their life, but what it does is just isolate them more, making them feel more lonely and not worthy of love. So this is what I mean by what money is. It's a tool via the law of attraction that is just emphasizing the energetic things and beliefs that you're holding on to in your life. Okay? So what I would recommend is, if you ever want to see your reality and what money is looking at, what money is doing for you in your life, take the last example that you used your money, right? Let's imagine you went to the grocery store. Did you take the money and you spent the whatever amount at the grocery store? Was your statement was something on the lines of, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've just spent this much on said groceries, right? I'm sure that's probably a lot of things that we have purchased in our life, especially if you're unworthy. You say you buy something, I can't believe I bought this. I really shouldn't have bought this. I don't have enough money. Why was I thinking about buying that? Well, I would recommend that if you want to change around your concept of money, that you really look at your relationship with money. If money represents more about fear and about lack, then maybe that's your belief, and you really need to look at that. I always recommend, if you want to appreciate a little bit more abundance in your life, imagine going to the grocery store this time and saying, I just bought groceries. And instead of saying, I can't believe I just spent this much on groceries, maybe we should say, I feel so grateful in my life that I had this abundance to buy those groceries. Much different energetics, much different place to be. And now that you're creating the next moment out of gratitude versus fear and lack, you're going to see the next moment based on abundance and gratitude for things that you have. So I just wanted to kind of just jump on here and kind of talk about money. It's a huge concept, but just to, for me personally, understand that money is not a real thing. It's a fake thing that we've given our value to, something that is basically worthless. The second thing is that we have limited our lives around the idea of money, okay? We have limited based it on the exchange of what money is in our life, and what I believe is that exchange is really a law of attraction based on, to help you understand a little bit more about yourself. Now, if you want to change your idea around lack, then I would say start looking at the areas that you can be grateful, that those abundance, those times of abundance, that you can use that money to help you get you something that you feel worthy about, or whatever it may be. So if you guys have any questions, I hope that was a helpful video. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Spiritual Dowsey, or on my Facebook page, Spiritual Dowsey. And thanks for watching this on my YouTube page at Spiritual Dowsey. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.